Hello and welcome to my channel, J.I. Colorist. My name is Jody and today we're going to have hopefully a fun video. It is going to be me coloring with my opposite or dominant hand. This is a challenge that I am doing twofold. One is because I rolled and landed in jail on Sarah Chronically Coloring Down Under's channel, her monthly Colouropoly. I landed in jail and the punishment is coloring a simple page with your opposite hand. Pixie's Projects also has this as a tag to challenge people who do land in jail to film their coloring, and so today I am going to use markers, which I don't normally use as well, so this will kind of be a bit of a double challenge for me. So these are the markers I have picked out. For a simple page, I have picked a page from Disney's mini-bloc portraits, and I have selected to do Bolt. And so most of the coloring will actually be done on the background because Bolt is actually a white dog. So I'm going to be doing some of the dog, but mostly I'll be doing the background. Sorry for some of the light. It is sunny outside and I do appreciate the sun, so we're just going to work around that. So I have looked online and gotten a few different pictures of Bolt. I did see this movie, but that was years and years ago. So let's get started without further ado. So I've zoomed you in a little bit, and behind this page I just have a couple of blotter pages because I am using alcohol markers. I don't want them to bleed through to the pages underneath. So let's see if we can do this. I might start with his nose area and see if I can actually remember to use my opposite hand. So his nose is brown, but I was thinking that it should have some pink undertone. So, and while I have the pink out, I'm going to do some of his ear, inner ear. I'm not sure exactly how I want to be holding it. I'm not a marker person to start with, so my marker game is not all that great. Okay. So I hope everyone is doing well. It is the middle of September here today, so it is starting to be a little cooler outside and starting to be more like fall. The leaves have just started to change colors in Alberta. And I'm still harvesting stuff from the garden. My son moved back home last weekend, so that's always a interesting transition. But I am happy that he's here to help me sort through things for the next little while. Okay, now going to use some Prismacolor. These are just a bunch of different markers that I have in my stash. And he has brown eyes, but I'm going to do a lighter brown and hopefully stay within the little eyepiece. It's a little bit hard. I want to reach for the other hand wants to reach out, and okay. So it didn't totally stay in the lines, but it's not bad either. I'll zoom you in a little bit. So the idea is, for this part, is I'm going to come in with a darker brown and come this way. So and actually I might try using the same brown as the eyes, just to get some base color down. Oh boy. I hope I don't land on jail again. Sarah was from Chronically Coloring Down Under did allow me to not do this and do another one of her choices, but I'm going to stick with trying this on, see how it goes. Okay, and while that is like that, I might get out my colorless blender and try and fix a few of these. So hang on a second. Okay, I'm back and I got out the Blick Studio colorless blender, and I'll just make sure that there's nothing actually on it, and there isn't, even though it's tinged blue. And I'm going to go where I went out of the lines, because the colorless blender will actually just push the color back and lighten it. So hopefully I can fix a few of my errors that way. Since stay with the right, stay with the left hand. Well, that fixed that one, so that makes me happy. Okay. Just trying to clean up a few of these obvious. Okay, that'll have to do. Okay, now his collar is also, I think, brown, or it's going to be on my dog, so let's just and it's kind of hidden behind his fur here, so just gotta go a little slow. I'm using the bullet end of my marker. I find I have a little bit more control for the small areas using the bullet end. Okay. And for that I might try and, if I get brave, I'll try a gel pen. Okay. So I'm gonna just I know he's a white dog, but he's got to have some color in him. Well, that's a bit of a fail, but hey, eyebrows are never perfect. Okay, now the background is where we're gonna get most of our coloring done. And the background picture that I looked up had orange and yellow and reds in the background, so that seemed to be the most of the pictures I saw. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I have a variety marker, so this is a Studio 21. The brush end is rather faded and doesn't look so great, so I'm going to try the chisel end. So let's see if you're in camera. I'll zoom back out a little bit. And I'm gonna try to do this lightning bolt here. Oh boy. So I'm still using the tip of the chisel, so it's really almost like the bullet nib anyways. So it's kind of hard to figure out how I should be angling my hand. And you're your eyesight, you know, you get used to coloring with one hand, and you know when you're looking at the page where your hand is and where you're coloring, but it's a little bit of an optical illusion here, because well, there, that wears out. Not too bad. I'm happy with that, so I will continue on and do this one over here. I think the thing is to go slow, so I apologize if this video is not as exciting as some others, but hey, this is coloring, and you can always speed it up. Does anybody else do that? Watch videos at, you know, 1.5 or 2 times speed? I know I do that, so I don't mind if other people are doing that to mine. Okay, I'm going to try and get this one up here at this end. So I'm going to do all the yellow in the smaller ones. And then I've got some orange and a red marker as well. I'm glad these are straight lines, because I think that if I had to do a bunch of curved lines, I'd be having a bigger problem than I already am having. So, okay. I don't really want to take the pages out of the book, but it's kind of it's a top-bound book, so it's kind of rolling. So shift it up so you can see this one. So this is my first video since that I've done in September. I still haven't gotten back to a regular video schedule, and nor have I done any more videos in my pencil comparison series. So I will be getting back to that, but I just have been having a lot of other tasks that I don't normally have to deal with. So I do thank everyone for their supportive comments regarding the passing of my husband on my August completed pages video. It was really nice to read some of them, well, all of them. So thank you for that. And I'm doing okay. We're getting there. I think that it'll be a while before things feel kind of normal, but this page is looking okay so far. The nose I'm not really all that fond of, but hey, it's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to try doing a red, and let's see. This is a Prisma Scholar. So I got some of these markers in different subscription boxes, like specifically I had the Inky Crate for a while, and I also have had Sketchbox for a number of times. So kind of the odd one-off markers have come from those kind of subscription boxes, which is a nice way to try out supplies, especially supplies that you don't normally use on a regular basis. So this is a brush tip marker, but it's not very flexible. The nib is not flexible at all. So I do like them because I like the size of this marker. It's easier for my hand to hold and stuff, but it's not what I would consider a nice quality brush. Like, there's no flex with it. So I did not go and purchase other markers. I just have the ones that came in the subscription box. So I think I have 2 or 3 different ones, different colors. Okay, we're getting there. I think it works better when I hold my and at this angle. Okay. I'm going to do another red one up here. And what I'll do is I'll pause the video here and then I'll speed it up for the rest of this coloring. Okay, we're back. I'm going to do a little bit around his eye and up here and stuff, kind of a little bit of shading. So this color is called Champagne. Just thought it would give it a little bit of shading. Up by his ears. A little bit hard to That's my dog whining, sorry. Just a sec, I'll see what she wants. Okay, here's how the page is looking so far. I'll zoom you out a little bit more. There you go. So he's kind of looking not too bad. I mean, the nose is terrible. So we'll go in with a bigger marker and just try and smooth that out a bit. Actually, I'm going to go with the other end. This big chunky one is just too hard for me to handle. Okay. So I'll just there's just a hint of pink there now, but I do have to do some cleanup there, so I'm going to use the chisel end this time. Okay, well, see if I can fix. Red is kind of a hard color to fix, but considering I don't use markers that often, I think it's not too bad. And considering I never use my opposite hand, so the only thing left to do is this bolt here, and I was thinking I would do it in a light color and then put some Winsor Newton metallic or iridescent medium over top of it to make it a little bit shiny. So there we go. I was planning on doing the rest of the background in a darker orange, but I think we've had enough of the opposite hand. This was a hard enough challenge, and luckily I picked a page with straight lines. But definitely hats off to anybody who uses both hands on a regular basis, ambidextrous people. That's pretty amazing. So this is Winsor Newton Iridescent Medium, and I use just the cap and a small paintbrush, but I will be switching hands obviously. So just use a little bit of that and paint it over his little tag here. I love this Winsor Newton Iridescent Medium. It adds the bling but no texture, so later on when you're coloring opposite pages, there's not a bunch of bumps like there are when you use stickles. And it dries pretty much right away because you're just using a small amount. And take my blotter pages out, and you can see how there's shine on the and that is my page completed with the opposite hand challenge. So thank you to Pixie for throwing down the challenge that when we got thrown in jail we filmed our results, and thank you to Sarah and Darren of Colouropoly Coloring Down Under for the Colouropoly prompt. I hope you have a lovely creative week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye everyone.